This lesson is on comparing and putting in order rational numbers. Starts off with 1/4 compared to 5/4. They're wanting us to say whether it's greater than, less than, or equal to. And remember that this is as you read it in order from left to right. Well, I'm going to want to change this to a mixed number. 5 divided by 4, 5/4 is 1 1/4. So I'm comparing 1/4 to 1 1/4. Well, if I have 1/4 of a pie, or if I have 1 1/4 of a pie, this is obviously the larger number. So we would say 1/4 is less than 1 1/4. Remember, if you look at this and you think, I don't know which one of these is less than, the one that's less than is the one that if you stood it up a little bit straighter would be an L. And because L is what begins less than, that symbol right there is the one that's smaller. It's less than. Taking a look at this one, if you're asked to compare these two numbers, the first thing I would do would be to get them in equivalent forms. So one, as you can see, is a fraction. The other one is a decimal. I know that -4/10 is how I would read this, and so I can write it that way. I also know that in simplest form, that is -2/5, because 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I'm comparing -2/5 to -2/5. And so my answer there is going to be that it's equal to. Sometimes instead of just seeing two of them, you're going to see a whole list of numbers, and you're going to be asked to put them in order from least to greatest. As I look at this one, I know that that means that this number repeats. So it's going to be 2.11111. It's going to keep going. This one is a terminating one, meaning it doesn't keep going, it stops. I went ahead and did a little work ahead of time to figure out what 1/11 would be, because I need these to all be in the same form. Just like up here, we put them both as fractions. The majority of these are decimals, so I wanted to turn this one into a decimal. 1 divided by 11, it keeps repeating. It's 0.09, 0.09, or 0.09, 09, 09, etc. So it's going to be 0.09 with the repetin bar, or the bar notation, over the 0 and 9, because that 0 and 9 is what keeps repeating. So I know that it's going to be 2.09, 09, 09, and so on. And then my last one is -2. It's really important you pay attention to the negative symbols here. I've got two negatives, okay? So I know those are going to come first in terms of least to greatest. A negative is going to be smaller than a positive. This one right here, if I owed you $2 and let's just say 10 cents versus I owed you $2, I owe you more here. That's going to be to the left of this one on the number line. So -2.1 and then -2. And then if I had to put these in order, now I'm comparing this one to this one. The whole number is the same, and the tenths place, this one is 0 and this one is 1. So this one's bigger. And I'm going in order from least to greatest. So the 2.090909 would be the next number in order from least to greatest. But of course it started out as 2 and 1/11. So I'm going to write it that way. And then finally the 2.1 with the bar over the top, or the repetin bar. So there you have your list of numbers in order from least to greatest.